Hello students, welcome to the English class. I am Roopna Ravindran, Assistant Professor of English, Government Degree College, Chevalla in Rangareddy District, Telangana. Today let us discuss the topic synonyms and antonyms. This topic is part of the Unit 1 of the second year UG textbook English in Use prescribed by Osmania University. This topic is important in the sense that it is asked in each and every competitive exam. Now let us go to the topic. Synonyms. First, let's discuss synonyms. What are synonyms? Actually, a synonym is a word that means the same or almost the same as another word in the same language. They are not completely substitutes, but then they have similar meaning. For example, there are many words that mean very good. Wonderful is an example, excellent is an example, stupendous, marvelous, incredible. So all these words have related meanings or similar meanings. They can be a word or phrase as well. So these are called synonyms. In sentences, depending upon the context, we use the right word. So these are not substitute for the word very good, but then depending upon the appropriacy of the context, we can use the meaning as well. Why there are so many synonyms in the English language? English language has lot of synonyms. There is even a book like dictionary called Thesaurus. You might have heard of the word thesaurus. So in that book, you will have words listed in alphabetical order, and for each word, you will be given similar words with similar meaning. Okay, words that have similar meanings. Why does English have so many synonyms? Majority of English words come from Germanic and Romance languages. Yes, that is correct. The first thing to do is with the source of English words. English is a Germanic language as such. Other Germanic languages to mention may be Icelandic, German, Swedish, etc. Much of English vocabulary comes from Germanic languages. But if we check the history of English language as such, in 1066, Anglo-Saxon invaded during the Norman conquest, and English acquired many words from French and Latin as well. So even if majority of the English words are from Germanic and Romance languages, we can see estimate the percentage of words that English has borrowed from other origins. For example, 29% of English words have Latin origin. 29% of the English words are from Latin. Another 29% are from French, and 26% have come from Germanic origin. 6% of the words are from Greek origin, and another 10% from different languages. So Britishers went and colonized different regions. So British colonialization also resulted in the absorption of many words into English language. So example for the presence of words from other languages, other regional languages would be Arabic, Hindi, Chinese, etc. Okay. So the third question given here in this slide is, can we blindly substitute one word, one synonym with another? No, we cannot do that. We cannot substitute one synonym with another, because these words have different shades of meaning. They are not all the same. Okay, we have to use it appropriately according to the situation or according to the context. There are subtle nuances or subtle differences in meaning even if they are synonyms. Okay, so coming to the next slide. See here, I have listed a word beautiful here, and in this slide I have made a small oval shape pictures. How many are there? How many oval shapes are there? See, for one beautiful, one word beautiful, you can find so many other synonyms. Almost 20 synonyms are listed there, and if you go and check the thesaurus, you can find another 20 there in the thesaurus. So that many synonyms are available for each and every word in English language. Now let us go to the next slide and discuss each and every word that is given here. From these oval shapes, you can easily pick out the words that you know. There are some simple, very simple words as well. See, good looking, cute, pretty, lovely, awesome, nice. All these are very simple words. They are synonyms of beautiful, but there are tough words also. Some words that you have never heard before also. Picturesque, statuesque, iridescent, bewildering, resplendent. Okay, those might be a little tough for you. So what we'll do, we'll go to the next slide and let us discuss each and every word which are synonyms for the word beautiful. Okay, the first word listed here is alluring. Alluring means powerfully attractive. You feel so attracted to a thing or a person. It can be a person or a thing. So let me discuss about thing. Alluring shops and boutiques near the footpath seduce the customer. You feel so attracted to the shops and boutiques that are near the footpath. You might have seen they hung clothes, beautiful clothes near the footpath, so that people get attracted to their shop. So I'll read the sentence again so that if you want, you can write down the example. For alluring, the sentence is alluring shops and boutiques near the footpath seduced customers. So next word is handsome. Handsome also means beautiful, but then when do we use, in which context do we use handsome? When we are talking about a physically attractive male, then you use the word handsome. Then we use the word handsome. He is a handsome young man. Next word is cute. Cute is also pleasant and attractive, but we talk about someone small or something small or young. So example would be the cute puppy, the cute little girl, the cute puppy. Okay. Next, resplendent. Resplendent also means beautiful in appearance, but how different is it from the word beautiful? It also means bright and colorful. So when we talk about the feathers of peacock, we say resplendent feathers because it looks so beautiful, so bright and so colorful. We use the word resplendent. So note this sentence. The fields were resplendent with flowers. The green field looked resplendent, beautiful, attractive, with different colors of flowers in it. I hope you understand. Next is awesome. Awesome means extremely good. That is also beautiful, but then you have a sense of fear involved in the word awesome. There is a slight fear. I will give you the example. I will give you a sentence so that it becomes clear for you. The awesome sight of an eruptive volcano. So here I am talking about a volcano that is awesome, that looks awesome, very beautiful. But then if we see the volcano, we have a slight sense of fear inside us. So in that kind of a context, we use the word awesome. Next one is bonny. Bonny is used to describe a baby most of the time. A beautiful and healthy baby. She holds her bonny baby. That is an example in a sentence, okay? So framing bonny into sentence. She holds her bonny baby. Next is aesthetic. Aesthetic is related to the study of beauty. It is not beauty as such. When you talk about art or when you talk about drama, then the study of beauty involved in that drama or in that artwork is called aesthetics. Example in a sentence, if you want, you can write it down. He knows the aesthetic value of sculptures. So sculptures are beautifully created statues. Okay. So this person knows the value of its beauty. Next word is stunning. Stunning is also beautiful and attractive. She found a stunning pair of diamond earrings. The earring is so beautiful and so attractive. That is why she is calling the diamond earrings stunning. Next slide. Here the first word is charming. Again, charming is a synonym of beautiful. The word charming actually means pleasant and attractive. So it is a near synonym. Okay. It is not exact synonym of beautiful, but then it is a near synonym. Example would be, what a charming child, what a charming girl. Next is picturesque. Picturesque is usually used to describe a beautiful place. Something attractive in appearance, especially in an old-fashioned way. Example, framing a sentence will be, her house was surrounded by picturesque mountains. She had a lot of beautiful mountains around her house. So her house was surrounded by picturesque mountains. Next is statues. Statues is beautiful, tall and firm, tall and large like a statue. My father is a statuesque man, tall, firm and cold. My father is a very tall person. He is very firm and very strong. Okay, that is why I am comparing him to a statue. It is statues. The word is statues. Next is exquisite. Exquisite is also beautiful and delicate also. So, I was admiring the exquisite workmanship in the mosaic. So, mosaic looked very beautiful. The mosaic flooring looked very beautiful, and I was admiring the craftsmanship, the workmanship who has done that. How beautifully they have crafted it, they have done it. Next is big-willing. Big-willing is interesting or attractive. Again, beautiful. If the music is very beautiful, then you can say big-willing. He played with easy big-willing brilliance. But there is a clause there, not to be trusted. So, there may be something involved in that, something wrong involved in that. So, it is not to be trusted. He played the music with big-willing brilliance. Next is dainty. Dainty is also beautiful but small and delicate. Example in a sentence will be, she had a small dainty bag. Next one, Iridescent. Iridescent is beautiful, reflecting rainbow-like colors on it, showing many bright colors that change with movement. The pearl necklace looked iridescent in the moonlight. When you keep something outside in the sun or in the moonlight, then you find it very much shining, and you find the reflection of certain colors on that. So that is that kind of beauty is called iridescent. The pearl necklace looked iridescent in the moonlight. Next is spectacular. Spectacular is beautiful but also very much exciting sight. It's often used to describe a sight, a view. Example will be the view from the 20th floor of the building was spectacular. It was a brilliant view. You go to Dubai, you go to Burj Khalifa, and then you go to the topmost floor and you look down. It is a spectacular view. Next is ravishing. Ravishing means very beautiful. The bride looked ravishing in her wedding dress. Hope these words are clear. You have to study these words. You have to have it in your mind. You have one complete exercise in the textbook. You have to fill in the blanks with these words. Here I have given the sentences. Now let us see what the sentences are. Read the first sentence, students. Yeah, first sentence I have done for you. I have marked the answer in yellow. She looked pretty in the fancy dress. Pretty means beautiful. Delightful is also a near synonym of beautiful, but then it doesn't fit here. Next one. The china cups were brightly colored and dash. In the bracket they have given dainty and bonny. We have already discussed these two words. I have told you bonny is used for an attractive, beautiful and healthy baby, and dainty is used for small and delicate things which are beautiful. So here the china cup is dainty. Answer is dainty. Next one. Disappointment was writ large on his dash face. Beautiful or handsome? The subject here is a man. The pronoun his is used. So which one will be used? Yes, correct. It is handsome. The correct answer is handsome. Next, third sentence. Look at the third sentence. The design on the hand woven shawl was dash. Which will be correct? Exquisite or ravishing? Ravishing most probably goes with a person. Ravishing beauty, ravishing bride. Exquisite goes with a thing, delicate and beautiful. Okay, so here the correct answer is exquisite. Fourth one. Look at the fourth sentence. The celebrations were followed by a dash firework display. Spectacular. Spectacular, I have said, it is beautiful, most probably about a scene or about a sight or a view. Delectable is also beautiful, but then you are mentioning about a delicious food. Something that is edible is delectable. So here the answer is spectacular. Next one. The sunrise at Kanyakumari is dash. Big-willing, gorgeous. Both are beautiful. But then big-willing is About a person, I have told not trustworthy but beautiful. So here Kanyakumari cannot be that big building. It is only gorgeous. The answer is gorgeous. Next one. The peacock is a very showy bird with dash plumage. That is bird's feathers. So how are the feathers of peacock? It is very colorful. Colorful and beautiful. So which word will you use here? You use the word resplendent. Resplendent means beautiful, bright and also colorful. Comely is used for beautiful and shy woman. Okay, so that will not fit here. Both has similar meanings, but they are used in different context. Next one. Each feather of peacock is tipped with a dash eye spot. That is iridescent eye spot. Which one is correct? Iridescent, because it reflects the light like a rainbow. It is so beautiful. Next one. The handmade chocolates were dash. It is an edible thing. Chocolate is eatable. So we use the word delectable. The village by the sea offers dash shops and restaurants. When we mention about attractive, beautiful shops, we use the word alluring. First we discussed, okay, alluring shops. Next, 10th sentence. Banaras presents a dash maze of narrow streets. In bracket, they have given the words statuesque and picturesque. Statuesque is about a tall, firm, strong person, beautiful person. Okay. Picturesque is about a place. So Benares is a place. What we use here? Picturesque. The correct answer is picturesque. I hope you are clear. Here are some other words, and I have given synonyms for those words as well. So you have another set of exercises where you have to fill in the blanks with the synonyms of these given words, of these 10 words. So which is the first word given here? Faithful. And the synonyms are loyal, devoted, reliable, true-hearted. All these are near synonyms of the word faithful, but we cannot use all these words as substitute for faithful. They can be used only in certain places. I'll give you example. First word is loyal. He remained loyal to the government. Okay, that is an example. But we cannot use devoted in that sentence. Devoted has slightly different meaning. There is a museum devoted to her paintings. That is another example. Okay, explicitly for her paintings, they have devoted a museum. Next is reliable. Reliable is similar to faithful, but then it is also related to trust. Okay. So, an example, a sentence would be, it is a reliable source of information. Okay, it is a reliable source of information. So to know about the information of COVID and all, we have this Arogya Setu app. So that is a reliable source of information because it is from the government. Next is true-hearted. True-hearted means genuine. It is also a near synonym of faithful, but then it also means genuine. She is a true-hearted person. Next is frail. Frail means weak. Physically very weak, very tired. So feeble is another word. He was too feeble to leave the classroom. He felt very tired and he can't even move out of the classroom. Next is infirm. Infirm is also near synonym of frail, but then the context in which you use will be different. That means not physically or mentally very strong. An example, I'll give you an example. Those who are old are likely to be infirm, mentally and physically dull, weak. Next is fragile. Fragile about things that are tend to be broken. So those kinds of things are called fragile. Next, courteous. Courteous means politeness, showing deep sense of respect. Then another near synonym will be civil. Civil also means courteous in one sense. For example, the parents were comparatively civil to their son. They were accepting his opinion, they were respecting his judgments and all. So they were comparatively civil to their son. Next is thoughtful, giving a thought about something. That is also courteous. You don't respond very fast, but you are giving a thought, giving some time and then responding. So that is also politeness, related to politeness. Next is soft spoken. You are not very harsh, very rude. So in that sense, you are also being polite. Next, fourth word is empty. Empty means vacant, unoccupied. The house is vacant, the house is unoccupied, it is untenanted, okay, it is free. So all these are pakka synonyms. There is not much difference in that. Next is safe. Fifth word is safe. Secure, sheltered, cautious, safe, and also being very extra careful, that is cautious. Next is shielded. Shielded means protected. Next, sixth word is bothered. Bothered means disturbed, annoyed, troubled, upset. Okay, all these are synonyms, very much related and can be used in similar sentences. Next is confusing. Seventh word is confusing. And synonyms for confusing will be perplexing, baffling, mystifying, unsettling. Mystifying has something strange in it, more than confusing. Other words are all very related, but mystifying is a near synonym of confusing. Next is eighth word, that is terrible. Terrible means unpleasant, terrible incident that I don't want to remember again. Awful, that is also unpleasant. Atrocious, more cruel than terrible. Intensity is more there. Dreadful, similarly, very intense. Horrendous is extremely intense. She suffered horrendous injuries from that accident. Extremely hurt. Next, ninth, momentous. Important. Momentous in the sense important. Memorable, notable, significant. All these are important, having the same meaning. Historic is also important, but then it is related to the history. 10th one, exhaustive. Exhaustive means complete. I had the exhaustive list of synonyms. Complete list of synonyms. If you Google search, you will find 300, 400 synonyms in one website. That is exhaustive list of synonyms. Thorough. After thorough experimentation, after thorough research and all, they produce this long list of synonyms. So what are the synonyms of exhaustive? Complete, comprehensive, extensive and thorough. All these are related words. Exercise 2. Here in bracket you are given a few words and you have to choose the correct word and replace the word given in yellow color. First sentence. Let us look at the sentence. I'll give you the answer as well. But before I give the answer, you try to answer it. First sentence. Dog is a faithful animal. Search for words from the bracket. I have mentioned so many words in yellow color. You see vacant, weak, awful, historic, complete, polite, baffling, secure, loyal. Faithful means loyal. So dog is a loyal animal. Second one. The man was old and looked frail. Frail means weak, very tired. Being courteous cost you nothing. Courteous means polite. So you have to replace the word courteous and you have to write polite there. The huge mansion looked empty. Synonym of empty is vacant. The police ensured that the street was safe, secure. The street was secure. Next, he was bothered by loud music. Bothered means annoyed, disturbed. The juggler's tricks were confusing. Synonym for confusing will be baffling. The city was hit by a terrible storm, unpleasant storm. Awful. Okay, the answer is awful. Ninth sentence. A huge crowd had gathered on the momentous occasion. Very important occasion. Historic moment. Okay, so you replace the word momentous with historic. Answer is historic. 10th one. This is not an exhaustive list of synonyms. 10th one. Replace the word exhaustive and write the correct answer complete. 10th answer is complete. Third exercise. In third exercise, you have 10 sentences and each sentence you have 2 words with similar meaning. You see the example there. The unhappy ending of the story made us all sad. So unhappy and sad have similar meanings. Similarly, in the next one, if I do my normal work, I will get my regular salary. Tell me, what is the correct answer? Yes, normal and regular, same meaning. Next, you throw the ball to the dog and it will toss back to you. This is very simple. Throw and toss. Correct. Good. You will find your way if you stay on the right path. Tell me the answer. Think and tell me. Way and path. Fourth sentence. The stunt man leaped into the air and jumped over the fire. So both have similar meanings. Leaped and jumped. Fifth sentence. If you listen carefully, you can hear the bird song. Listen and hear. So rest 5 sentences you can do on your own. It is not that difficult. Yeah, here you have the answers. If you want, you can take screenshot and then learn the exercises. We'll go to the next topic, that is antonyms. So we have completed synonyms and now we are going to antonyms. Antonyms means opposites. That is a counterpart of synonyms. Synonyms mean meanings, similar meanings. Here antonym is a word or a phrase that has opposite meaning to another word or phrase in the same language. For example, will be long, short, big, little boy, Swift, very fast. Opposite, antonym will be slow, very slow. Clear? Synonym, similar meaning. Antonym, opposites. Here you have the textual exercise. In the bracket, you are given certain words and you have to replace the word with the antonym. First sentence, the fabric was very smooth. You have to find out the antonym for the word smooth. Rough. So, you write there rough. The desert was awful. I have given the answer there. Opposite of awful is wonderful. Next, third sentence. Monsoon arrived late this year. Antonym for late is early. Opposite for late is early. E-A-R-L-Y. The umpire's decision was fair. Fair means unbiased. So, the opposite or antonym for fair is biased. Answer is biased. B-I-A-S-E-D. Fifth one. His inaction shows his tacit support. Tacit means implicit, hidden. So, the answer is explicit. I have written there. Answer is explicit. Very much obvious. Very much clear. When the government changed, his position became precarious. So, you have to find the correct answer for precarious. Next one. The map is very inconvenient. Map is very handy. The map is very handy. Oh, I missed some sentence. One sentence over there. Sixth sentence, precarious. Opposite is safe or secure. Then seventh sentence, berated. The teacher berated the students for their performance. Berated means scolded. So, opposite or antonym of scolded will be praised. Next, ninth sentence, big cities are becoming famous. Famous in the positive sense. But here they are becoming famous for a negative reason. That is pollution. So, which word will we use? We use the word notorious. Then, 10th one, the leader expelled the new entrants. Expel means you say get out.